like all about the same age. On Petri plates, when you grow them, the bacteria in the center of the colony are the oldest. And as they replicate, your colony grows, so the younger bacteria are at the edges of the colony. So if you take a swoop with your loop, you're going to get a mixture of older and younger ones. So in a clinical sample, they probably, in most cases, will do their gram stain from a broth culture. So you're going to get some experience with the broth culture today. When you do your unknowns next week, you're going to have broth cultures, so it's good to practice today. Because making your slides of a gram stain from a broth culture is kind of challenging. For one thing, you want to start with a clean slide, because the broth slides off real easy. So make sure you wash your slide, maybe with lens cleaner or something before you start, or maybe even just soap and water. Then you're going to use your sterile loop and transfer several loopfuls to your slide. So you don't add any water, the broth is going to be your water. So you're going to add several loopfuls to your slide until you have enough to make a nice oval puddle, and then you're going to dry it, heat fix it, and then you're going to gram stain it. You already know how to make a smear from a Petri plate, right? Put a little drop of deionized water, mix your bacteria in, dry it, heat fix it. Are you crying or you have allergies? Oh. Oh, the cat's been in your room.
She's beautiful, the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Poor kitty. Well, that's what I'm thinking. The bacteria odors in the room might have set you off. Blame it on that. No. So you're going to make your smear, heat fix it, and gram stain it from the smear. Now, when you make a smear from your Petri plate, remember, you need a thin, even smear, so don't put too much bacteria in your smear. For the gram stain, it's critical that you have a thin, even smear, which is another reason why the broth works better, because you're likely to get a thin, even smear with the broth better than you are doing it from a plate. So for a couple of different reasons, it's probably better to make your gram stains from broth. But in your broth, you have a mixed culture. You have these three bacteria mixed together. So when you do a gram stain, you should see some cells are going to be purple and some are going to be pink, mixed together on the same slide. Do the best you can. Doesn't really matter too much for your grade. Okay. To compare, I want you to gram stain each one individually from the Petri plate. So you'll see these should come out, oh, I forgot to underline them. These should come out purple, these should come out red, these should come out purple. So you have three pure cultures on Petri plates. So you'll see what each one's gram stain result is individually. But then you have a broth culture with all three mixed together. So in some samples, you might have that. And you want to see how many different kinds of bacteria you have there. So you can divide up your workload. You know, you make one from a plate, you make one from a plate, you make the other one from the other plate, you make the one from the broth. Now you can all look at each other's, okay? Okay, looking for my water bottle. What did they do with my water bottle? Oh, I'm thirsty, I lost it. Did I leave it downstairs?
You might have. You want me to go get it?
Oh, no, it's in the bathroom. I left it in the bathroom. I'll go get it. Okay, so let me do a little demo and then you can get started. I'll go get my water. I have the water because I always get thirsty because I talk so damn much in this class. So gram stain procedure, again, it's in your book. Start with bacteria. They're unknown. They're all clear. Add the primary stain, which is crystal violet. All the bacteria turn purple. You're actually going to use a mordant for your next step. So your first step is crystal violet. All cells turn purple. Your second step is adding a mordant. This is a different mordant from the flagella stain. But it's also sticky. So it sets this stain in the peptidoglycan. Then you're going to decolorize. Cells that have only 1 to 2 layers of peptidoglycan will lose the purple. Even though you set it with the mordant, they're so thin they're going to lose the purple and go back to clear. But cells that are thick-walled are going to hold the purple you're gonna set the purple in with the Graham's iodine, and when you decolorize, it's not gonna work. They're gonna stay purple throughout the process. Then, you need contrast, because those clear ones are gonna be hard to see. So you stain red. And then, that's how your Gram-negative cells come out red. If you add red to purple, it's gonna stay purple, because red's purple plus blue anyway. So, boy, am I thirsty. So, anyway, oh, I know, I got a bottle of water in the fridge.